they're just demonetizing everything. So it's hard times at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's also important times for content creators to keep researching stuff.
What has been the changes to your life as a content creator? I mean, obviously, you don't leave the house much, but you don't need to do content. Has there been any like demonetizations or anything regarding
Oh
the different?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So every video of mine has been demonetized over the past month. And some of it was coronavirus related, but now it seems I have this black dot next to my name that I don't understand why it's there. And so even when I'm talking about this anti-encryption stuff, that video was demonetized. I did like a St. Patrick's Day hangout, just a live hangout for 5 hours where I mainly just played songs on camera. That was demonetized. It's like I've done something to the YouTube algorithms that have made them go, oh, her content is not good content. It is dangerous content, and we cannot allow advertisers on this, and they're just demonetizing everything. So it's hard times at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's also important times for content creators to keep researching stuff. I've read some newspapers attach themselves to studies that haven't been peer reviewed yet, that haven't been looked into. Like, just be careful of the information that you spread as a content creator. Make sure that it's vetted. Otherwise you kind of just build into, like, I know how these cycles work where someone says that this might happen and someone picks it up and says this will happen, and someone picks it up and say these two sources both confirm this has happened, and it's like, whoa, when did that game of Chinese whispers like augment the truth so much? So
Yes.
yeah.
It's pretty crazy how that works. So as far as the actual like YouTube demonetizing the videos, is that a large portion of what you get from the videos? I mean, I know you got other like, donations, maybe Patreon, other things like that. But are the ads like just like, I got a few bucks here and there, or is that like a big chunk?
Yeah, that's a big chunk. So now that I have lost my two other revenue sources, it's my only source of revenue. So my channel is everything right now, which includes Patreon, and it includes Google ads and YouTube ads and all of that. So to be demonetized on there, it's a very noticeable chunk. I think that a lot of people are going to be hurting right now in these times. Like, I mean, it's not just content creators, it's businesses that have been deemed unessential and just told that they have to shut down. I know people who have $80,000 a month of overhead to keep their stores open. Suddenly they have to close, and they're still liable for all of this money. So I just think there's going to be absolute devastating economic hardship. I think 2 million people applied. They estimate that there's going to be 2 million people applying for unemployment. It's crazy times, and content creators definitely are also getting hit by this for sure.
Yeah. Do you think it's with crypto not going up so much? Well, I mean, it kind of take a nice solid hit. Do you think that makes people more stingy about donating in crypto? And generally speaking, do you think that people become less generous in these times, and then they're like, well, maybe I won't leave a tip?
Oh, they absolutely do. And I can completely understand why. It's funny because I've often told myself, Naomi, you really need to hedge your income, because if you're a content creator that is talking about crypto stuff and all of your money is made in crypto and people have to be interested in crypto to watch your channel. I mean, 2017, you saw like the channel just go, everyone's watching it because everyone's getting into crypto. And so you get donations, you get supporters, you get lots of viewers. As soon as the bear market hits, you also stop getting the viewers. So the donations stop, but then the ad revenue stops as well, because people in a bear market, they're not interested in crypto at all. So right now, I actually think that crypto is super, super interesting. And it kind of reminds me of like when crypto first started and I'm out there going, hey guys, this is a tool for freedom. Like, 2013, everyone's like, what are you talking about? This is some like internet play money. You're crazy. And I'm like, no, this is really important. And I had nothing to back that up with, I just looked at what was happening in gray and black markets and thought, this is absolutely important. I think that we're entering another time like that. I think we're seeing government crackdowns on cash. We're seeing the FDIC. Did you see that crazy Twitter ad that they put out with this music that they're like, guys, you do not need to put your money under your mattress. It's so
Pay no
dangerous
attention to
for
the
you.
man behind the curtain.
Yeah, it's like, no, keep it in the banks. It's absolutely covered, no risk. And as soon as that came out, I was just like, holy shit, we are screwed. Because it's like one of those memes where they're like, nobody, FDIC, oh, your money's completely safe, don't worry. And everyone's like, we weren't
What
talking
happened?
about
What
that.
happened? What did I miss?
What?
What did I miss?
Now I'm worried. So
and then the
I
Fed guy with the wide eyes saying, we're
Yeah.
going to keep printing money forever.
forever.
Oh no.
We'll do whatever it takes to just print as much as we can. So I think
all in
that
the
right
eyes.
now, this is the time when people need to stick to their guns and just say, yeah, this is what crypto was created for. When you have in a single day, $700 billion printed by the Fed, when you have all of these bailouts being talked about, when they're saying, the CEO of Boeing is saying, hey guys, you should bail us out. Meanwhile, taxpayers are like, is what? Really? My business is going under too, and we're going to bail you out? Like, what? And so I just think that there's going to be huge amounts of bailouts, huge amounts of inflation. And the problem is you don't often see the inflation, but it's all there. Like you saw all of the bailouts and all of the TARP bailouts in 2008, all of the quantitative easing, and you didn't really see that inflation that everyone was predicting, because the consumer price index is just a terrible way to measure these things. In a time when advancements in technology should be bringing the prices down across the board, and you're still seeing the cost of milk go up steadily, we should be factoring in not just the increase of how much it's going up, but how much all of the technological improvements should be bringing things down at the same time. Like, we've had a lot of inflation. It trickles through because it's first injected into the stock market. And so you see the S&P just hit all-time highs over and over again, because that's where it goes. But we all get affected by this. All of our money is being devalued. And I think that this is going to be especially bad, what's happening at the moment, because so many businesses are going out of business. I watched this thing from the CEO of the Marriott the other day. Heartbreaking, that he basically said, we've lost 90% of our business. We're closing a huge amount of our hotels. I'm taking no salary. All of our top level people are taking no salary. All of our other top level people are getting a 50% pay cut. There are layoffs across the board. I mean, I think this is going to be a really hard thing for us to come back from. And with the amount that the Federal Reserve is just printing right now and just have crazy bad monetary policy, I think that crypto is going to become even more important. And I was wondering, like, I watched this thing by Trump. I think it was just a month. Yeah, I think it was just a month ago. No, a month ago, just like a couple of weeks ago at this stage. But everything like blurs together when you don't leave your house or put on anything.
Yeah, what day is it?
What day is it? And when he had this press conference about COVID, and he's like, yeah, you should continue your life as usual. Also, interest rates. Why do we not have lower interest rates? We're the best country in the world. We should have the lowest interest rates. Why is it that Japan and Germany have lower interest rates than us? We should be getting, lower interest rates to help us with all of our debt. And everyone's like, yeah, we should have lower interest rates. And I'm like, oh my God, did he just say that we should have negative interest? Like, as soon as he said that, I was just like, oh God, like things are awful,
I don't think people
and they're going to get worse.
what that means either. People think like negative interest rates, like, oh, they just hear that that's a thing that the financial publications talk about, but they don't realize, like, I got $100, I loan it to you, you pay interest on that, because otherwise I don't have it, and there's always a risk you never pay it back. No interest is, it's pretty easy to understand what that is. I loan it to you, you just give it back to me, and that's it. That's kind of like a friend loan type of thing. But negative is like, I give you $100 and you gave me back like maybe 95 later.
Like, I'm paying you to take my money because no one wants my money.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, and it's like supposed to stimulate the economy, but like I understand how hustles work. Like I would just take out as many loans as possible, and then just to get that like 5% or whatever the negative rate is, and just hoard that. And it's just literally I have to do nothing. I get free money at the end of the day, not just free temporary money, free permanent money. It's crazy.
It's absolutely devastating, and people are going to be hit so hard from this. It's insane. So yeah, it's crazy times, Joel. Crazy times.
Crazy.